this is a series of ordinary beauty, and I see some new people. Please don't get intimidated. You know, you can speak freely, and everybody, in fact, can do that. If you have a comment or some input, please, it's a relaxed environment, so please just ask questions as we go along. So you've been looking at this beautiful picture for a little while. And I just want to say a few things about where we left last time. We were exploring the Shibui. Shibui, which is, I would say, not just to Japan, but very particular Japanese aesthetics, and very much so within Zen Buddhism. So this is the training of the eye. So what you see there is the patina, or what is it called in English? Anyways, what that expresses is the things that mellow over time. Okay, so it's not like things getting old. It's a ripening, it's mellowing, and gets certain quality because of that. And we are drawn to that quality as well. Let's see. How come I can't turn my pages? So a few more examples. Here we see elegance, and the elegance that has in it dignity. So there's something upright about it. Yet it's a dignity that's not showy. It's very calm and just there. And even the wall, you see, has this unfinished texture to it. I'm not going to say too much because we actually went over these images last time. It's just kind of like a warm up and get a sense of, for the new people, where we're heading. So this is an example of thing being unfinished, if you will. The imperfection, which also creates some kind of interest there. Is also free to the imagination, and because of that, there's some space to it that allows you in to what you're viewing. This is yet another image of the exquisite but yet very simple way of working with material, and let the material itself has its own right, has its own stand and expression. There is craftsmanship that is probably acquired over a long period of a lifetime. We have texture, and also each thing has this unpretentious quality. Okay, it's not, again, it's not trying to show or get in the first place, and it is in harmony with its surrounding, each object. Last time we talked about what it means to go beyond beauty and ugliness. This is the calligraphy by Soetsu Yanagi, which is, I'm afraid that we have lost him. He's no longer alive, but he was very, have a great insight in beauty and aesthetics. And anyways, this is his calligraphy. Okay, beyond beauty and ugliness, and we will talk about what that means. Okay, going beyond, what does that mean? Impermanence, the fleeting of time. This is maybe if a garden has a sabi. So last time we also talked about the sabi and wabi quality within shibui, and it's extremely difficult to explain. And I think with this picture, I'm just going to read something about it. So if a garden has a sabi, it has a tranquil and serene atmosphere. It has sabi because it looks as if nature had taken it from the gardener, as if time itself had removed all traces of the care and effort that went into making it. The visitor who opens the gate has the almost magical experience of entering a world other than his or her own, one in which time seems to stand still, frozen at that moment between the achievement of perfection and the beginning of decline and decay. So all this, it sounds maybe, do you have some tissue, please? Negative, but we will talk about later how it is a way of being that has rather not just positive, but has tremendous potential within ourselves. You see a root, rather going through something or seeing something as an obstacle. You go around and include that too. So whatever hindrance we have, we include it. It's no different from all the other, we try not to make opposites. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose. Okay, so this is Tokonoma is the alcove, the most important place in a tea room. And this is no other than Tai-an tea room, which is only have 4 tatami mats. So it's very small. Senno Ryukyu, who's the founder of the Japanese tea ceremony, he made this room. So this is the Omoto Senkei, the school, the tea school that I'm part of the tradition, is their treasure. And not only that, is a Japanese treasure, if not the world treasure. So now I can, this is a Japanese tea bowl. And I could actually do an ordinary beauty workshop talking just about this tea bowl. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do that this time, maybe some other time, because that would be quite interesting. So this I put in there as an example of a beauty that is quite different from other kind of beauty, or the beauty we usually think of. and it has its name. It's called Ido because it's not a thing, it's a being. So it has its name, and I'm sure another name also that is even more honorific. It's not a T-ball you can see. It's hidden away. Unfortunately, it was better if it was used. So when this T-ball came to being, it was born, it was not made. That's how it stands out from any other T-balls. Unfortunately, the T-balls we see now, which is made for the purpose of the tea ceremony and has a signature and outrageous high price, and people are very interested in that signature rather than the bowl. Yet the bowl might be very beautiful. It cannot compare to this Edo tea bowl. And that's because this tea bowl was made for everyday use. It was made in Korea. I made a lot of Korean pottery and utensils was really discovered and treasured to use for the tea ceremony by the tea masters, because they were able to see things directly, meaning seeing things without, what to call it, without the eyes, the mind being clouded. So this tea bowl was made by poor people in Korea, and they were, now this is the only one that's left, but they were kind of making it because they needed something to hold the rice. And so it was never meant to be anything artistic, which is really important, because maybe that is why it's so beautiful, because there was not this ego or this artist or this craftsman that was trying to make his whole being in the bowl, but it was born from actually probably these people have made many other bowls, so it was one among many other bowls, and yeah, it communicates something to us that is hard to pin down what it is. And anyway, I think I get carried away. I was not supposed to just talk about this tea bowl. So this is, again, just a little reference to what we talked about last time. And here you see the tea room. It's me at Mori Sensei's tea room. That's not just 4 tatamis, but 8, so a lot bigger. But that's because we have to be trained to walk. So just walking in a tea room has its own discipline. The tea ceremony is where the self drop away, because you are only doing the form itself. So it's like a ballet. So you will see this beautiful piece, because it comes to the point one can wish for, is that when the self drop away, that's how things become an art. Don't get intimidated. It doesn't mean that we have to get on that level to incorporate it in our daily life. Far from it. Actually, it is rather about putting it into our everyday life. So that brings me to this document. I don't know, News, can that get bigger? Is that bigger for you guys? Yeah? Okay. So this document will be passed on to future Gato what's it, officer, or it's a position. And I'm the holder of the Gator position now. And it's framed, and it will, this document will be passed on as one of Genjoji, Sonoma Mountain Zen Center's treasure. It says, this document acknowledges Fushin Kashin, that's me, as the first holder of the Gator position on Sonoma Mountain. May you, that means all of us, further your creativity and investigation by illuminating through ritual the essence of beauty, which appears and is disguised as the objective world. May this spirit do good. 9 bows. And then you see Roshi's 2 seals and the round seal in the middle. That document sums up all what there is to beauty and the discipline of beauty and the training. And I thought maybe we could take it in 3 main bites, or you know, try to look at it a little further. So there's 3 things that is expressed here. Is illuminating through ritual, right? So I will talk a little bit about what that means. And then it says, so investigation, that's also another really important word. Investigation is also inquiry. Is something that's alive. It's not said. It's not something you look at and that is beautiful or ugly, if you will. Investigation or inquiry, that's your life that you're living as you are forming yourself. It's not the environment alone, it's yourself. So there is this call and respond constantly. So it's very dynamic, and it's constantly going on. There's opportunity for it at all times to be able to recognize it. So not static. So by illuminating means also it has to come from somewhere. It has to come from your sitting practice, because that's where you fine tune your awareness. And without that awareness, then you cannot illuminate. You cannot recognize it. So, illuminate through ritual. Through ritual is everything you do every single day at every hour. So that means like how you get out of bed, how you brush your teeth, how you comb your hair, if you have hair, and how you walk down the hallway, how you make breakfast, and are you there? Are you actually holding the utensil? Are you standing on the ground? So everything is a ritual. And when you do the ritual, let me see. The ritual itself, that's really important. The ritual itself is the treasury of the true Dharma eye, which means it is enlightenment. Right then, you are enlightened. We're looking, we want enlightenment out there sometime in the future, and we want enlightenment outside. But little do we know, as we stand there with the toothbrush, if you're completely there and just doing the action, you know, you don't have to be mindful, but if you just do the action and not occupying your thinking mind with something else or being somewhere else, then actually right then at that split second is the present moment becoming present moment. Right then you are enlightened. So enlightened, that's such a big word, but actually it means, are you aware of your action? Are you actually living your life? Or are you living an illusional life? So the ritual, it's a kind of medicine for this scattered life, preoccupied life, a life we want it to be different than it is. And so ritual is a medicine you can constantly come back to, because what that does is that it 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 ritual works on you. It is this it makes you ordinary, and because of that it's has a great potential, because it's that ordinariness of the ritual, like just drinking that glass of water. There is some just by being there for such a simple act, you actually purifying yourself. So you're doing this action to invite the thing that's always already there. So we say in Zen, nothing is hidden. So ritual makes life orderly, ordinary. It makes it healthy and sound. What that also does, that when we relate to the so-called outside, no, when we relate with things, then that it can't be helped that kind of um, respect or reverence also come up. So you naturally cannot help uh, putting down the plate kindly or gently, or being there. You know, you don't have to do it a particular way, but it gives the reference to things, because you have the actual experience of you are no different. Is this Buddha is no different from that Buddha. And that's what is so extraordinary. It's a is that recognition, is that kind of seeing, that is the essence about beauty. So I think we by now understand beauty has nothing to do with a matter of taste. You know, you come down the sense and, oh, that looks nice, or that looks not so nice. Has nothing to do with that. It's you, without you trying. There's something that catches you, that incense smoke that coming up, and then it communicates something to you that you cannot speak of, but it's a Buddha. Recognizing Buddha is the self that drops away. It's also not even Buddha seeing Buddha. Let's say it's Buddha together with Buddha, and it is a Buddha that turns to Buddha. So when you see something that you would say is beautiful, is the thing with you that turns into itself. Okay, so let's go back to the text. And you can also ask questions. I might start getting a little out there, so please don't be shy to ask questions, because that will make me more grounded. So you will help me. Okay. So I can partially see you. I hope I can see all of you. Okay. So that was the ritual. Extremely important. Then the essence of beauty. Okay, the essence of beauty. What does that mean? So maybe I must have some pictures. Oh yeah, so I'm forgetting, I'm getting caught up in my words. So I'm forgetting to show you some examples, some images and pictures of what that art in everyday life of beauty looks like through ritual. So here at the Zen Center, there's a schedule, of course, and we follow that schedule no matter we feel like it or not. So that is a ritual that again takes you away from this self-centeredness. So this is music in the Sendo. So in the Sendo, when we have retreat, we do oryoki. So it's the ritual of eating. We're not just eating, it's a ritual that we hope to carry on to when we also eat outside the Sendo. And people can ask, if you don't know about oryoki, I will not this time go into details about it. See, just the way we hold the bowls. So again, it's honorific, you know, it's in a way not, is Buddha again, Buddha holding Buddha, or maybe it's just Kashin or Julie holding the bowl, but hoping to evoke or wake up to this very moment of holding the bowl. So it's that waking up that we honor. So that's what is hidden in the activity, in the object, if you will. And that's what the beauty is. Don't forget, it's you who activate it. It's you who get a glimpse of it. Who it's you who can cultivate it.
Hello?
Yes.
It is you turning the light on. Enlightenment. You're enlightening the moment, or in the moment enlightened because you choose to focus to light. You're turning on the light.
And we have to remember also, I'm just holding the bowl is a practice every day. When I brush my teeth, I'm not trying to be enlightened or anything. I'm just brushing my teeth, and it's to discover all those seemingly insignificant things and ordinary things that is the key to our searching, right? So this is just pouring the tea into the bowl, how to receive. There's always a giver and a receiver. How are you in harmony with that? How can you just shut up and just be in the activity, not having any opinions about anything. So in the kitchen, the servers, they eat like you see on the picture, and the form is the same as if you were in the Zendo. It's with heart. That's most important. You don't have to be so strict. It's form is important, but is your heart there? And in the Sangha house, there's an altar, and it speaks for itself, I think. Again, it's the details. See the shine of the tray, right? The whiteness of the napkin is being alive. Let thing have its life and be alive as well. Vegetables from the garden, we appreciate. That's the boncho. Is the bell made in Japan, given by Rinzoen, our mother temple in Japan. And it says Sono Mama. Sono Mama also means just as it is. Is that right, Roshi? Just as it is. And Sono Mama also means the ancestors. That's us with the ancestors grinding and polishing our life for all our activities. And that's the Han that Angus about to hit, because now it's time to work. We always come back to the activity and the schedule. So that's the circle, because we are ready to receive our activity, because everything is it's life, but it's also this waking up, which is different from maybe other people that just going to work. It's a practice. And it's practice how to wash and fold the kitchen towels, to dry the dishes, as equally important as you offer incense at the altar. Equally important as you zazen looking inside. We cleaning the gosa mats that we sit on. So cleanliness is not about being clean. It's actually purifying things. And because while we clean things, we clean ourselves. I think you might have heard that many times. I certainly have. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. But it's very easy to forget. And that's okay. Then you have a million of chances to come back to it. Just how you set up teacups and sweets that's been sent from Japan as an offering. This is an offering to you, and you receive it as such. Even the rags are not just rags. They are just rags, but we take care of them. They have their life as well. In kitchen, doing dishes, it's important. Laughter is important, and enjoying practice, right? Doesn't have to be so serious. And this picture, I couldn't help put it in there because Ajo, that was her last Thanksgiving. Ajo made this arrangement, and I believe the flower was closed when he gave it to Roshi. And Roshi made this arrangement on his table in the living room that he always look at when he's sitting on the couch. And he invited Ajo to come back and look at it. Look what his arrangement inspired what he did. So you see the, Roshi, you can unmute yourself and kind of, help me say something, if you will. But this vase, the urn, is a celadon. And you see it's not the celadon, maybe one usually would think is celadon, that's kind of more blue. But this has a very, very subtle.
Yeah, this bowl here was made before kiln furniture. Before, kiln furniture, when they fire it, they have these little, I guess, a ceramic thing they put underneath the art piece. But this, since it was before that, they just put it on sand. So it must be a couple thousand years old, because they didn't have kiln furniture. So you could tell by the bottom of it that the sand is stuck to the bottom of that bowl. Yeah, and this is behind this urn is the Chinese Kuan Yin, and it's different than the Japanese. Very casual style. Just sitting on this stone, so very relaxed and bare chested. Also, more like India, and the colors on this matched what Ajo brought in. The colors on the statue.
Oh,
and
so just people don't know, but Ajo is it's a Niels and my son, and he's 13 now. Yes,
Yeah.
it's my son.
And this,
Just
this
13 years old.
this statue is at the Museum of Kansas Museum, and it's about 20 feet tall. So this is a replica of it. It's a very majestic and very informal compared to Japanese style. And here's a good clock. Yeah, I liked it because it's just, I didn't know Ajo did it, and it's beautiful, his arrangement, and it matched everything on the table. Yeah, he's got it. Oh.
And talking about Thanksgiving, so this is a Thanksgiving table.
See how beautiful.
Again, this is an example of this upright feeling, right? Gold, the spark, the celebration of life. Simple, right? Treating ourselves.
Yeah.
So this is the garden. So I think we came from work, like how beauty is always there in our everyday life, in all our activities.
Yokums, you have to come to the Zen Center. Yokums, come to the Zen Center.
Just when I can, right in red zone. Sorry, when I can, yes.
Please.
After the COVID, right? Yes, please bring the family.
Yeah.
So this is the I Zen Center grounds. Very important. It's raked.
It's beautiful.
Right. So they have that tranquil feeling. You see the rock next to the bench. It has equal importance to anything else. It's not just by chance that it sits there. Right. So that is our oldest member, the oak tree. Right. Again, the grounds.
Yeah. Tell them about the oak tree. What happened to the oak tree? Okay.
Well, our dear old oak got sick, and some beetles brought it, or anyway, got sick. So we thought, oh no, we were very sad because it's our oldest member is like 200, 300 years old, something like that. So we were ready to depart, and we somehow announced it that we have to say goodbye to the dying oak.
Yeah.
But then a previous resident, John, who was in Hawaii, became an arborist, and he did that because of his experience of the Zen Center. He saw it and quickly called or something and said, "Oh my gosh, no, no, no! You cannot do that. You cannot put him down or her down. I will come immediately and trim the branches I think that's still alive in it, and look at it,
Yeah.
you know, and it's thriving." I'm embarrassed to say that we were about to kill it.
So we were going to have a memorial ceremony for the tree instead of we had a celebration for the tree. He had an X-ray machine of the trunk, and it was 80% good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the story of the oak tree.
Oh, boy, I have so many pictures. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
see now we don't have terrible much more time, but
finished, yeah.
yeah.